Most of you know that I love a good Easter egg in video games. Usually when a video game references another video game in the form of an Easter egg, it's a lighthearted nod. I mean, it's a nod, pay homage to another franchise or a company. But sometimes game developers use Easter eggs as an opportunity to take a little jab at their competition, to troll their competition. What is up, everybody? Chaos here, and today, that's what we're going to be looking at. 10 of the rudest Easter eggs throughout gaming history. These were not nice. These were not put in the game to be all lighthearted and funny. Be sure to let me know which one is your favorite in the comments and which one you think was the most harsh. At number 10, Dead Duke Nukem in Serious Sam 2. Now, this is a fun jab at Duke Nukem, and he kind of deserves it. Duke Nukem made quite a name for himself by making fun of other video games and pop culture characters, so it's only natural that he would get on the nerves of other developers just a little bit. And Serious Sam 2 was released in 2005, at which point Duke Nukem Forever had already been in development for 8 years. So developers Crow Team decided, well, we're going to troll him a little bit. At one point while roaming through the jungle, you can find a skeleton hanging from a tree with sunglasses, blonde hair, and a rocket shoved up his butt. At which point, Sam will say, dude, you've been hanging there like forever, which was an obvious jab at how long Duke Nukem Forever had been in development. Plus, keep in mind, this was back in 2005, and Duke Nukem Forever still wouldn't be released for another 6 years. At number 9, the Dead Assassin in The Witcher 2. Now, Assassin's Creed is one of the main examples of a franchise that started off excellent and original, but ended up spinning its wheels for too long before needing a full makeover. But I will say, Assassin's Creed Odyssey was a ton of fun. Despite how repetitious the games got during the 7th console generation, they were still hugely successful, which led to plenty of jokes at their expense. And one of my favorite Assassin's Creed jabs comes from The Witcher 2. Early on in the game, you'll come across a pile of hay with a man in it while you're roaming around, and he's slammed into the pavement next to it, and his head is cracked wide open. This is an obvious reference to the assassins from Assassin's Creed. I guess this one didn't stick that epic landing. This month's giveaway is for a new PlayStation 4 console. All you have to do to enter is drop a like on this video, be subscribed to the channel, and turn on your notifications so you never miss an upload. And in the comment section, let me know why you want to win the PS4 and include your Twitter handle so I can contact you if you're the winner. The winner will be announced at the end of the month. At number 8, Fish AI in Payday 2. When the 8th gen of consoles was being hyped up, a lot of game publishers like Activision and EA were trying to come up with ways to take advantage of the new hardware, leading to them sometimes taking things a little too far in press conferences. One infamous instance of this was at the original reveal for Call of Duty Ghost, in which Activision made a comment about how advanced the artificial intelligence for fish was going to be in the new game, leading to the creation of the Fish AI meme. But in Payday 2, developers Overkill decided to take a little jab at the Titanic FPS franchise, and if you get a bag of cash and then you take it to the ocean and you throw it in, the fish will swim away from it and you'll get an achievement called Fish AI. At number 7, Dead Dragonborn in Doom 2016. Skyrim is insanely popular, even to this day. I mean, it really is. And I can't remember the last time I saw a single-player game see so much success for so many years. You can bet that Bethesda is going to keep on milking it for all it's worth. But another great single-player game was the 2016 Doom reboot, which was also published by Bethesda, although it was developed by ID Software. During development, ID probably felt that Skyrim was stealing a bit of their thunder, got a little salty, so they decided to throw in a playful jab at Elder Scrolls. While you're exploring Hell, you can find a secret cave, and when you head all the way to the back of this cave, you will find a skeleton wearing the Dragonborn helmet with an arrow sticking out of its knee. And I guess the Dragonborn wasn't cut out for Hell, but we know Doom Guy can handle it. At number 6, Frank West sucks in Left 4 Dead 2. Part of what made Left 4 Dead so popular and unique at the time of its release was the fact that it made zombies actually threatening. In a lot of zombie games at the time, like Resident Evil 5 and Dead Rising, the undead were kind of slow, methodical, unimpressive, and they allowed you to mow them down by the hundreds without a whole lot of effort. But in Left 4 Dead, zombies were very quick. They would chase you at full speed, even if they got the slightest glimpse of you. And a little jab at the slower zombie games, Valve decided to include an environmental Easter egg that references Frank West, the protagonist of Dead Rising. In one of the safe houses, you can find a message on the wall that reads, "Out of film, no helicopter. Zombies are too fast. Not going to make it. Frank West." And I guess Valve didn't think Frank would have been able to keep up with their form and version of the zombies. At number 5, we have some Star Wars love in here. Well, not really love, but we've got Dead Luke Skywalker in Duke Nukem 3D. Like I said, Duke Nukem is all about taking jabs at other franchises, which is kind of ironic because there really hasn't been many good games in the Duke Nukem series. But with that being said, Duke Nukem 3D is one of the best games. It was a pretty awesome game, and it was full of funny Easter eggs and pop culture references. One of the best of them is the pretty gruesome Easter egg during one level. Upon straying off the main path just a little bit, you will come across a cave, and Duke will come across Luke Skywalker dismembered and hanging upside down from the ceiling. Yikes, and it is definitely a jab or an homage, whatever you want to say, tribute to Luke in the ice cave on Hoth and The Empire Strikes Back. At number 4, we have Duty Calls in Bulletstorm. Raise your hand if you remember Bulletstorm. It was an over-the-top first-person shooter from Epic Games. That's right, the people behind Fortnite and Gears of War, and People Can Fly, the people behind Painkiller. And it featured insane weaponry, fast-paced gameplay, and tons of blood and gore. But they couldn't stop it there. So Bulletstorm was the opposite of every other FPS on the market at the time. So the developers, well, they decided to take that fact a little further and include a full-on parody game of COD 4 along with it called Duty Calls. Duty Calls is a short single-player game that just digs and jabs into Call of Duty and pretty much all the other modern military shooters, and honestly, it's pretty funny. You should definitely check it out if you've never played it. A lot of people have never heard of Duty Calls. At number 3, Sonic and the Trash in Donkey Kong Country 2. Now, Nintendo usually isn't the kind of company you would expect a rude Easter egg from, but this one from DKC2 is deserving of a spot on today's list. At one point in the game, you can find the Video Game Hall of Fame, and in there you will find Cranky's Video Game Heroes, which is a little gallery of other Nintendo characters like Mario, Link, Yoshi, and many, many more. But next to the gallery is a trash can with a sign that says, "No Hopers." And next to that trash can are the iconic red shoes of one blue Sonic the Hedgehog. And I guess Nintendo really didn't like Sonic at that time when he was first introduced to the gaming world. They get along now, but not back then. And have you guys seen the teaser for the upcoming real-life Sonic movie? Let me know what you think about that. At number 2, John Romero's head on a stake in Doom 2. This is one of the most famous video game Easter eggs of all time. For those that don't know, John Romero is one of the masterminds behind Doom and Quake, as well as Daikatana, but he'd forget that one, okay? Well, he definitely knew what he was doing with game development. He is also known for being, he had kind of an attitude, okay? Someone at ID Software clearly wasn't a fan of him during the development of Doom 2, because there is an Easter egg in the game where you can actually go into a hidden area of the game and find John Romero's decapitated head on a stake. And I wonder if ID ever figured out who was behind that, because I don't see that going well. I really don't. Finding out who actually designed that level and putting that in there, that's a pretty harsh Easter egg. I mean, it really is. And at number 1, we're going to Duke Nukem Forever. Power Armor is for the P word. That's right, the P word. I'm keeping it PG-13 here, people. And this is the infamous line from one of the worst video games ever made. Duke Nukem Forever was in development for more than a decade, and when it came out, the world pretty much agreed that it should have stayed dead. One of the worst things about the game is how confidently it references and makes fun of other games as if it was something amazing. And early on in the game, Duke takes a pretty hefty jab at Halo. Or maybe it's Halo and maybe it's Doom. I don't know. Before heading into battle, Duke is approached by a friendly soldier who says, "We've got your green power armor here and ready to go." It was Halo for sure. At which point, Duke responds by saying, "Power armor is for the P word," which is an obvious jab at Master Chief of the Halo games. While this joke could have worked better in a better game, it really just comes across as annoying due to how awful Duke Nukem Forever was and how great Halo and Master Chief were. There were some salty Halo fans when this one happened. Come on. Duke is not going to last 2 seconds against, he's not going to last against Doom Guy or against Master Chief. But that's what Duke does. He trolls. And there you go, guys. Those are 10 of the rudest Easter eggs ever found in video games. Now, there are thousands of Easter eggs, and there's probably a lot more that are pretty harsh. So you let me know one that did not make this list today in the comment section. Drop a like. Make sure the notifications are turned on. You can see the steps on the screen. Ring the bell. Check the box so you get notified of future uploads. And make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you soon.